The Butter Heist. One bright morning in the beautiful village of Vrindavan, a gopi was busy in her courtyard churning fresh butter. The wooden churning rod moved rhythmically as she sang softly to herself. Slowly and patiently, the creamy white butter began to gather. Soon, the gopi collected the fresh butter and filled a clay pot with it. She looked at the pot with satisfaction. This butter must be kept safe, she thought. Otherwise that little butter thief, Kanha, will surely find it. Smiling knowingly, she tied the pot with a strong rope and hung it high from the ceiling, far above where little hands could reach. Feeling confident that the butter was safe, the gopi picked up her water pot and left the house to fetch water from the Yamuna river. But in Vrindavan, nothing remained hidden from the sharp eyes of Kanha's friends. A few cowherd boys had been watching everything from outside the house. As soon as the gopi left, they ran excitedly to find little Kanha. "Kanha, Kanha," they whispered eagerly. "There is a big pot of fresh butter hanging in the gopi's house." The moment Kanha heard the word butter, his eyes sparkled with delight. A mischievous smile appeared on his face. "Come," he said quietly, "let us go and see." Soon Kanha and his cowherd friends quietly entered the gopi's house. But when they looked up, they saw that the pot of butter was hanging very high from the ceiling. For a moment the boys wondered how they would reach it. Then Kanha clapped his hands happily. "I have an idea." Immediately the boys began forming a clever human ladder. First, 4 boys stood firmly at the bottom. Then 3 boys climbed onto their shoulders. After that, 2 more boys climbed higher. Finally, at the very top of this playful tower climbed little Kanha himself. Slowly and carefully, he reached the hanging pot of butter. Kanha opened the pot and looked inside. It was filled with fresh, creamy white butter. His face lit up with joy. Without waiting another moment, Kanha dipped his tiny hand into the butter and tasted it. "Ah," he said happily. "This butter is delicious." He began passing handfuls of butter down to his friends below. The boys laughed and happily ate the sweet butter. But Kanha was not finished yet. Looking toward the window, he noticed a group of monkeys watching curiously. "Come, come," Kanha called them kindly. He threw pieces of butter toward the monkeys as well. Soon everyone was enjoying the butter, the boys and the monkeys. They ate and ate until their stomachs were completely full. Yet there was still plenty of butter left. Kanha looked at the pot and smiled mischievously. Then suddenly, he broke the clay pot. Butter spilled everywhere across the floor. The boys laughed loudly. In playful excitement, they began smearing butter all over the floor and walls. Soon the whole house was covered with soft, slippery butter. Then Kanha whispered, "Quick, hide." All the boys quickly ran and hid together in a dark corner of the room. They waited quietly. After some time, the gopi returned from the Yamuna carrying her water pot. She opened the door and stepped inside her house. But the moment she stepped on the floor, slip, she almost fell. Confused, she tried to walk again. But once more, slip. The butter-covered floor made it impossible to walk properly. From the dark corner, Kanha and the cowherd boys watched carefully. And suddenly, they burst into loud laughter. They clapped their hands joyfully, unable to stop laughing. Seeing the boys, the gopi finally understood what had happened. It was none other than little Kanha's butter adventure. Even though her house was now covered in butter, the gopi could not help smiling at the playful innocence of the little boys. Such were the sweet and joyful childhood pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan, full of laughter, love, and divine mischief. These playful acts were not ordinary mischief. They revealed the innocent, loving, and blissful nature of the Supreme Lord appearing as a child. Thank you for listening. May Krishna's Leelas bring peace and happiness. Another gentle story of Krishna is waiting. Hare Krishna.